Chosen ones. Listen up. They are thinking that you're going to start to care before they do. That's what they're thinking right now. They're thinking that you're going to actually begin to care before they do, family. They're thinking that you're weak. They're thinking that there's something about you where you're immature internally. They think that you don't have, excuse me, I got something in my eye. They're thinking that you don't have the internal dialogue to stay sturdy in certain situations. They think that you can't hold your own weight. They think that you, family, they think that you don't understand gravity in the way that it works. They think that you're emotional. Whether this is what chosen one, whether you're a female or a male listening right now, they still see you as weak. They see you as insecure. They see you as fragile. They see you as soft. Chosen ones, a lot of you right now lack financial abilities. Y'all lack the means. Y'all lack the resources. Y'all lack these things, and they automatically, in a way, know how to hone in uh, on that, and they think that they know tactics. You feel me? They think they know how to make you feel a way in a very stashed, secreted way. Like they think they know how to, like, no matter how good you're doing, no matter how good you're doing within these last couple of days, family, no matter how good you've been on the road, you've been fasting, you've been prayed up, you've been in your prayer closet, you've been doing everything that you need to do as far as growth goes and as far as cleansing and detoxing goes. But yet, family, there's still people who think that you're not necessarily walking the true path. There's people who think that you're still just fronting. They think that you're still like them. They think that, they think they know you like the back of their glove, and that's completely false. Because they think that they studied you well, but they don't understand because as the chapters unveil, they don't understand that your strength is maximizing right before their very own eyes, right before our very own eyes, actually. And because of that, family, it's like there's no actual way to keep tabs on the chosen ones like that. There's no actual way to telegraph the moves that a chosen one is gonna walk into. And so they think you're gonna run back because maybe in the past you had some situations where you had opportunities to surpass where you are today, and they think that, okay, this person don't came back. They think, okay, this person don't came back, so this person don't got the stomach for what's outside the door. They think that, you see all this crazy stuff going on in the world today, smoke in the air and gas and just a bunch of just villainous. Can't keep dropping. Bunch of villainous things going on in the world. You feel what I'm saying? And so they believe that, hey, I'm older than them and I'm stronger and I've taken care of them. And so they don't know. They thinking that, hey, this person don't know how odd and how weird this world get, right? So in a lot of ways, family, they thinking that you're emotional. They thinking that the world is too much to bite off, which in many cases it can get like that. But we're not stupid and we're well aware, family. So it's like for us, you understand what I'm saying? Like we're well studied. We're well studied. We study our environment the same way people would study us and their environment too. Like we don't. It's not that we're better or we're smarter, but we're just not stupid no more. Like they're trying to treat us like they can do whatever. But guess what? We pick up on everything. Pick up on everything. Chosen ones, you have to build the resilience, you have to build the tolerance and the stomach to never let yourself have hope. I know that sounds crazy. What? He's telling us not to have hope. What? Is he crazy? Is he telling us not to have hope? What is that? That sounds total stupid. Yes, chosen ones, I'm telling you to lose hope. I'm telling you to lose hope. And I'm not telling you to lose hope for certain things. I'm telling you, let me tell you something. You have a big opening within your energy field. You don't know about the energy field. It's energy, quantum physics, energetic field out here in this world. Everybody has a farm. Based on how you grew up, you have traumas, and your energy holds triggers that if somebody comes around you and does certain activities or behaviors, it will trigger off your alarm system. They will have cracked your alarm system, and you will go into fight or flight mode. You will go into scarcity. You will go into odd feelings and odd emotions. And, it's on a scale of how bad you're about to feel. And so people think you're stupid. They think that you haven't woken up. They think that you don't see that. And so they be walking around thinking that, hey, this person's still a child. I'm about to go ahead and make them feel claustrophobic. I'm about to go ahead and link up into their energy field, and I'm gonna hijack their energy, and I'm gonna be a vampire. I'm gonna steal their energy. I'm gonna do 2002 things that they don't even see that's going on and we see it. But family, listen up. They're trying to weaken you up. But you have to build the stomach to lose the hope. Lose the hope. Lose the hope. I feel so good when I say that because I'm literally, as I'm saying it, I'm reaping the benefits. Because there's a secret hope. There's a secret hope that we all have, and it's internal. It's not you're not even conscious that you have it right now. It's a secreted hope that all kids that grew up with narcissistic parents have, narcissistic friends and just people in your environment. It's a hope that keeps you in poverty. It's a hope that keeps you in fear. It's a hope, and the hope has to do with you hope that people are going to have sympathy. You hope that people are going to, at some point, you hope this hope that's lingering inside you. It just doesn't wear off so quickly. You have to work on it. You have to actually care. You have to actually understand that it's there in the first place. And I never knew that I had it, family, but I'm realizing it. You got to lose it. Never let yourself hope because that's a big opening within your energy field that the narc can hear. They can sense it. They can smell it. This person hopes that I'm going to act this way. You ever been in a relationship? I know a lot of the guys could relate to this with a toxic female, and they just know what you don't want them to do, and they just know. They just could telepathy. They can hear it. They can smell it. They could taste it. He don't want me to yell too loud near him. I know him and I know what he don't like, and I'm gonna do it on purpose. Right? Narcissistic 101. I'm gonna just sit here, I'm gonna do it on purpose. Because I want to make his life as hell as possible. I want to stress him out. I want him to fall out. I want him to have a heart attack. I want something bad to happen to this person. And I'm not gonna say it to him, but I'm gonna dance around it every chance I get because guess what? I'm sent from Satan, and because I'm sent from Satan, I don't ever want this person to lose hope because they know that hope word is only seen as positive. It's typically seen as positive, but I have in my energy I had to recognize that like yo, you have hope. You have hope that people aren't what they are, and that hope that you have is the rope. It's the rope that you is tug of war. That the hope is the rope. You have to understand, family, that guess what? It is what it is. But let me finish this up for y'all real quick. Let me finish this up for y'all. But lose the hope. The hope is the rope. You want them to be cool with you. You want them to be cordial. You want them to be smooth. You want them to have tolerance for you. You want them to let you. You want them. You want people to let you do the stuff that you want to do. See, hope is the killer of confidence. Hope is the killer of dominance. If I hope that my girlfriend is gonna be submissive, then how can I be being dominant? I can't be those two things. I can't be hoping anything. I have to be dominating and allowing myself to be whatever it is so that she can just be submissive and regardless because her nature is to be submissive. Um Lose the hope. The hope is the killer. The hope is the thing you say, oh man, I hope this, I hope that. But we're gonna go deeper on that hope word soon because it's not just the hope, it's the what you attach to the hope. It's the what is it with the hope that you care about? What is it? You hope that they're gonna lighten up on you. You hope that a narcissist is gonna lighten up on you. You hope that people are gonna do this, that, but in the third, but guess what? Lose the hope. It kills them. When you lose the hope, it hurts. You mean to tell me he don't hope that I'm gonna act this way or that way? He doesn't hope. Nah, he's what you call it? He doesn't hope because guess what? He's what you call that word when everybody he's immune. See, the hope is anti-immune. So every time you hope in something, family, every time you hope something, it's almost as if you're sending a signal out to the world that I'm not immune to what it is that uh, what life in general. I'm not immune to life. It comes across that way. The third eye hears it that way, like, oh, they're not immune to this. You feel me? And then you get abused. But if you and I'm not telling you to fake it. I'm telling you to work, do some inner work, and work on you because you got some hope issues. You hope that people, excuse me, see I'm burping. See spiritual burps. I typed in yesterday, what do burps mean online? They said it means that in the spiritual language, a lot of people think that burping means getting rid of bad energy. So I agree. It does feel it feels like that a lot of the time. But yeah, you got to lose hope because when you lose hope, you open up so much opportunity. Like it'd be 24 hours in a day, every day. But say we're chosen ones, it'd be feeling like it's literally only 5 hours or 7 hours when you're around certain people. You got to lose hope. Lose hope that they're not who they are. And then you'll recognize, like, wow, I'm really like almost birthing a situation. I'm birthing a new situation versus the old one in their face because I don't hope it is actually helping it. Like I don't hope that you're not whatever you want to be or who you think. I don't care. I have no attachments to what you hope or what I hope because what I hope ain't facts. It's just what I hope. It's just what I hope. So when you unattach from the hope, it's like they got no rope. They can't pull you. They can't push pull. They can't. They can't work because I don't care. They always think that whenever you're being strong, chosen ones, that they expect that that's when you're going to automatically create situations that well they're going to create situations that bring closer like proximity, like basically like stalking almost like they're like stalking, like it's like weird, like y'all know about this chosen ones how the stalking game go, and that's as far as stalking. There's no limit to that, so it's like basically you'll notice little things like people get quiet or just like you'll notice little things that's specific to your situation basically. So that's what a lot of stuff that'll start to happen as soon as you're being strong. Soon as you're being stronger than people expecting, they're gonna shut off their mind, or halfway shut off their mind, and open up their ears because they're humbled by that. But they gotta listen because they gotta figure out, like, okay, bet. So I'm smart enough to know that in order to dupe them again, in order to dupe them or make them a fool again, I gotta really listen. Because whatever he do, I'm gonna try to set up a new scenario that has to do with him not being aware of what's happening. So keeping him on his toes, basically. And so you'll notice that because they're doing that for that reason, they're not doing nothing new, but they're trying to make it look like to you that they're doing something fresh and new to keep you in a perpetual state of caring or thinking you care when you don't, you really don't care. And so it's just a trick. It's a literal trick. It's trying to get you to pay attention to something that's not serving you at all. Like, that's why I say they could turn 24 hours into 13 or 12, or 24 into 8 or 6, 7 hours, because they're tricking you psychologically to caring it, keeping your eyes open on something that's not really a threat, but they're trying to make themselves a threat. Like, basically, they're trying to live within the fear in you. And it's really like the only way to kill that off is for you to not have no fear, which is not really human, but it's capable, it's possible. But you have to do inner work. You have to work on that side of you all day, because people know what to say, what to do to trigger you. So they know how to. Even if you're not a scary person, but they know exactly how to move because I raised you. You know what I'm saying? I used to spank you and stuff like that. So even though the world don't really know, like, I know certain little things that just speak directly to your core. You know what I'm saying? I know certain little things that really just get you in general. Like, and then some of them things get everybody, like claustrophobia, certain little things, but it's like some common triggers that people have, right? But like but like these people, they want to keep you in commune with you. Like, they want to stay in communicating with you, like, not even understanding that by them not doing that, that you're gonna figure it out and you're gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be absolutely great. The more you disdain from certain things in general, that's what fasting is. And fasting isn't just food, it's people. It is actually people, because whenever they behave away, whenever they talk away, whenever they act away, they're literally feeding your eyes, your ears, and your senses, your third eye. They're feeding all of that hogwash. So you can go and have to clean your eyes out. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to rubbing your forehead, like, man, like, what's gotten into me? Why am I feeling like my energy is like depressed? Like, why am I feeling like I got a limiter on my energy? Or why am I just feeling like I gotta, what I'm saying, do extra or less versus just be flow and be balanced, right? Tranquility is balance. They always trying to offset something on purpose. And I use the word on purpose, because that's what they be trying to do. But a lot of people are watching you because you're growing in front of their eyes, and they can't really call that, right? They can't really say that that's what you're doing, because they've seen you do a lot of strong stuff before, and it never stuck because you were still trying to grow like a caterpillar in a cocoon. And so they don't necessarily know when that day gonna come that you actually gonna be that person that they know that you capable, but they don't really want to see it because it's just scary. We could talk about why that's scary another day, but You have to listen to yourself, aka your heart. It's gonna give you some cues on what kind of energy you need to be in these times in order to piss off your enemies because they're silently listening in on you whether you think it or not. So be careful, very careful not to be too selfless in these times because it's subtle energies. Like I could be being open without knowing I'm being open. It's just like when you sleep. When you sleep, you're wide open energetically, but psychologically, you're closed. So somebody can't just somebody can't just talk to you, but your body still can feel and understand certain things on its own. So it's like I figured out like you know physically if I'm trying to protect my inner physically, I will go like this. I will close up, da 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 da, right? Physically, but energetically, you have to actually say to yourself like, okay, you have to have communication with self in order for you to get an understanding internally to say, okay, let me form. It's like origami almost, like origami, Oregon. It's like origami, like when you talk to yourself, you could basically tell your body to like close off all communication from what's going on around you because you recognize that people that's around you are they're more raccoons and possums than they are friends. Like they're more of they're more people who trying to steal and creep in and swipe the fox. Like so you gotta close off. A lot of people they don't know how to do that because they not trained energy wise. So they stay open around these people, and these people could smell that. They could sense like somebody around here is wide open, and I'm about to go ahead and I'm about to pour into this person, or I'm about to take out. Like, but either way, I'm not about to just sit here around this person and not try to finesse. So you have to be mindful of how the finesse actually takes place. So be careful not to be too selfless in these times because they're always thinking on how they could set up enmeshment, too close, people too close, like situations versus you or scenario when in all reality you should be not only dry fasting from the food, but dry fasting from the critters who are linked to the food. Not just the food, bruh. The people who have the money in the food. So literally restraining yourself and holding back from all temptations. Literally being self-reliant and understanding that there's a standard for that. There's a percentage that I need to hit and be away from people and away from the stuff they got going on. It's science, right? Measurements. Like I need to be a certain measure. Like it's not asking and it's not telling. It's actually just being. And it's actually just because I'm being it at that rate, then you can watch from that rate and see how people acting, right? It's like being Vegeta or Goku in Dragon Ball Z and becoming Super Saiyan. Like it's literally because you're gonna be different and treated different at this rate than you would have been at that rate. That's why when you're in a conversation with a narc and then you feel like you lost all your energy, don't you notice that they just kind of just start to okay, they kind of throw the conversation in the trash and try to get away from you at that point because I can't steal from an empty pot really. All you're gonna do is crumble more and more and more. But look, family, I'm telling you like this. You have to be the one sometimes to leave the interaction. And most of the time, like you gotta be the one to walk away and count your words, like if you have to, like how many words are you gonna speak to a narcissist? Like, it's little things you could do to remind yourself that not only you matter, but a lot of other people don't matter, or that it's just balance. You know what I'm saying? It's just reminding yourself it's balance. There, it's balance. It's balance. It's balance. That's the key. Is balance. So it's like if you're a narc, I'm only supposed to give you like one word, two, three, four, or a handful. Like not even, but if I feel like the situation is worthy when I know it's not, but if you gear it in a way where I feel that it's serious, which is typically not gonna be, then I give three words. But other than that, stick to head nods. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Somebody to death. Like you don't have to give anything. Like that's the craziest part. A lot of stuff can be resisted, can be overlooked, it can be shunned, it can be ignored. A lot of problems can be jumped over and just finessed, but we have to actually study this stuff because at the end of the day, they don't want you to know this because the more you know it, the more you're not gonna fall into it, and the more you don't fall into it, the more people is just gotta sit there and watch how they was supposed to be doing the whole time. But at the same time, things happen. So if you get weaker, you just gotta get stronger and just don't don't blame, don't point. Try not to blame. Try not to point. Try not to fear. Try not to, like I said, the shadow work and the journaling, it does a great deal of work, but you still gotta kind of use a little logic in the game and still look and be use your third eye and use your spirituality, use these other elements, like what I'm saying, to just further your growth because at the end of the day, you know who you up with, they hating. So it's just like they might just compensate once you get stronger. Now they're gonna act like they get stronger, and it's just they're gonna do all that, and so you're gonna have to really be give it your best foot forward and stuff like that, and just don't rush it. Everything happens with time. Don't let them make you put your foot on the gas too much, but just seek balance in everything in life, every area. So, chosen ones, I'm gonna see you on the next video, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if you learned anything. Let me know if you agree with anything, disagree with anything, and we're on the road to 1K. So let's go, man. See you on the next video.